What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bluzelle today. Yet again, I want to go on the Binance chart, actually. BLZ, USD, Binance. Just more historical data. Went all the way up, man, to 34.24 cents. What a run. What a run. Hell yeah. Good job. Congratulations to all of you. We do have bearish divergence still on the weekly. We do have 4 days and 20 hours left on this weekly. I actually want to go, I might use the USDT for the volume's sake. Looking at the daily here, I want to get rid of these things. I don't know why they keep coming back. Volume is not increasing. That was a hell of a daily close yesterday. It's not necessarily the best look. Anytime that we've seen these wicks to the upside like that, it does bring lower prices. Here it did not. Here it did. Here it did. Here it did. I don't know. Wicks to the downside brought higher prices. It tends not to lie. It seems like it definitely tends not to lie. Here you even had these wicks to the upside, but you went up a little bit and then you went down ultimately. I do think you're getting ready to move down, Bluzelle. This divergence from top to top here would imply that you would at least move back to 24 cents. And that's where I'm personally planning on buying. That's where I'm going to set my buy orders up, man. I think that this thing, I've missed out enough on it. I'm going to settle for 24 cents. And relatively speaking, man, that's still an amazing place to buy. Even here is an amazing place to buy. But from low to high, relative low to relative high here, you've got your 382 also kind of in that area at 22 cents. You put a line right here at your previous top, coming down to find support at your 382. It's a story as old as time with Bluzelle, man. Let's go back in time. I know I've done this a couple times, but let's do this. From this low to this high, this was its first high. You bounced off your 382. You bounced right off your 382, and then you continue to go higher. From that same low to this high, you bounced off your 382, and then you went higher. From this relative low to this relative high, you bounced off your 382, and then you went higher. So from that same low to this top here, I think it would make sense, man, to go at least, again, I'm going to buy at 24 cents. I'm not going to buy at 22 cents. I'm not playing with this thing anymore, man. I'm really not, because that's where the divergence is formed. You could even go lower than that with this in mind. The 618 to 69 level is totally at play down here. If we take this from a low to a high point, we might even have fibs lining up. Yeah, your 1272 and 1414 do line up with that at 17 to 15 cents. Maybe I'll buy some down there. I might not just ape in all at 24, but I'm definitely going to buy a solid bag at 24 cents. I'll let you guys know when I do buy. What I'm formulating, I guess, in my mind right now, this is not financial advice. I'm literally just telling you what I'm doing, right? You guys can do whatever you want. I'm sure, and I would hope that a lot of you have already bought into this thing. I hope you're not like me and have been waiting for too long and just missed your opportunities. I hope some of you took those opportunities when they were presented, and if not, opportunities are going to come back at lower prices than we are now, but they just might not be at some of the more ideal areas, like 11 cents, like 9 cents, 8 cents, stuff like that. So unfortunately, but overall, probably move down, form a higher low, and then we move up from there. Maybe we go here, maybe we go to that 382, which Bluzelle loves as well, right? And that still would be a higher low there. I do think we could break this low and still look fine. But again, man, I'm not looking to play the game with this thing. I just want to get in. So 24 cents is going to be an area of interest. I'm going to set some buy orders to buy there actually right now. If I had, let's say I have 100% of the money that I want to put into Bluzelle. It's not all my money, but 100% of what I want to put into Bluzelle. I might buy like 30%, maybe 25%, or I kind of want to do a little bit more than that even. Maybe I'll do like 40% at 24 cents. And then if it comes down lower, I might buy at that 382, another like 20% or 25%, something like that. And then if it goes down to the 618, I would unload the rest of what I have at this sweet spot and just hope that it does that. If we do come down to the 382, which I would expect, and then see, and again, I do expect we go down here, but even though I expect that, I'm going to buy here because I'm not playing the game with this thing anymore, man. If it does come down here and has a positive reaction, I will just buy more again at 24 cents. I would rather miss this potential low then buy preemptively and it continues to go down, and then I could actually throw a lot more money into down here. You know, if we see a positive reaction like this, I'll throw more into it. And then we have even further work to do. We have to get above the 236. If we have a negative reaction and go like that, I will probably not throw money in at the 382 again. I will probably wait and buy more here. I won't be selling. None of this, none of what I'm talking about involves selling at all. This is buying for the long term for the cycle highs. You know, so ultimately, long story short, we might have found our top. I've said that every day now for so long. I'm gonna be right eventually, and when I am, I'm not gonna brag about it because, man, this thing just proves me wrong anyway. So when I'm right, it's like anybody who predicts that the end of the world's gonna happen. The one thing that they all have in common is that they've been wrong. One day they will be right. Anybody who's predicting that this thing is going to go down, one thing we all have in common is that we've been wrong. One day we're going to be right, right? And that might be today. That might be today. It does look rather bearish at the moment. Bearish divergence on the daily, double top on the 4-hour, volumes declining. You're not getting that bullish continuation. It would make sense, man. You're out of your overbought zone, right? You do, after you were in your overbought zone, you came out of it like this. You did see a kind of minor setback for a little bit there. So again, I'm not playing the game with this thing. I've kind of detailed, like, I feel like very appropriately detailed, like, what I plan on doing with this thing. Overall, guys, you know where I expect this to go. It's going to do phenomenal things. I guess, let's see here. Hold on. Right? Let's do this real quick. 618 is right there. Go on the weekly and then delete this. Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be too crazy, man. On the weekly, this bearish divergence here, the retracement would bring you back to about that that 618 area, somewhere around like 18 cents. That wouldn't be too crazy. That really wouldn't be too crazy at all. Not a whole lot of significance on the price scale itself, but that's okay. I wonder if we take the USDT away, do just the Binance part. Let's see. Hold on. Go back. A little bit of support there, a little bit of support here. Resistance. Tipped it. I mean, maybe. Maybe that just below 18-cent level is possible, but again, I'm not playing the game. I would rather, with this thing, with just how it's been performing, man, I would much rather buy up here and start to DCA on the way down. Or I guess it wouldn't be DCAing. It would like, to a certain degree it would be. I consider DCAing like you put $100 in today, $100 in tomorrow or next week, like whatever amount you want to do. Maybe it's $10,000, like however much money it is that you can afford. You know, I'm just using like basic numbers to kind of keep it simple in the mind. But you do that in like a time-based manner. Layering, to me, that's DCAing, right? Layering to me is where you do it on a price-based manner, right? It doesn't matter what time it is, it just matters what price it is. Where DCAing is, it doesn't matter what price it is, it just matters what time it is. You DCA every first Friday of the month, every Friday of the month, every other day, every other week, whatever. But layering is like you set your buy orders here, you set them here, you set them here, you set them here, you know. And then if they hit, if they don't, you can adjust it as it goes. But I'm gonna layer it is basically what I'm talking about. So. I've already gone over enough details with that. You know, I think, and I am hoping that it does go down from here. Again, if it does go down and I buy, I'm certainly not going to toot my horn. I'll be happy and excited that I've finally gotten in. But in no way, shape, or form am I going to take credit on being right, because this thing's just proven me wrong over and over again. And even then, again, guys, it's still a very good time to get in on this thing. I think this is going to be a very what's the word I want to use? It's going to be a top performer in the market. It's going to be a very bright star for everybody involved. So it's still early. The sky is the limit for this thing. I love seeing this kind of behavior. It further validates and solidifies the idea that we're going to see some fireworks in the very like near term and in the long term with this thing. So overall, I like it. I'm hoping it comes down so I can get in at a better entry than it is now, and just hold and sit on my hands until the end of the cycle. So if you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I appreciate all of you so much. Happy Halloween. Take care. Bye-bye.